Stilton's home was quite nice before whatever happened.
Honestly, why does Stilton even bother trying to impress people like the Duke and that curator? He's better than they'll ever be. You have to understand. I'm going to call for help if you don't go. Whatever.
Leave me alone!
What's happening now?
Someone! Help!
You have to understand.
Someone to
I'm going.
understand.
Go away.
What will change in the present based on what I do here tonight?
Tonight, Duke of Bell and the others will drink my expensive whiskey and scheme. Jindosh will watch me like a cat with a half-chewed mouse. Ashworth will sneer about how conventional the rest of us are. Missing the obvious, she'll flirt for a while, then put me in my place. I'll sit on my anger, remembering what Theodanis meant to me. I'll tell myself I worked for this honor. I swung a pick in the mines, and now the fine folk are guests in my house. If they want to hold a seance, who am I to say it's nonsense? Whatever happens, I'll regret it. But afterward, Megan's coming by. Talking with her always sets me right.
Megan claims Stilton was a good man, at odds with the Duke.
Aramis, smart of you to agree to the host's special little party. It will do much for your social standing, and I knew I could count on you. Be careful not to muck it up. Here are some of the particulars more later. We'll need a locker room, locked. That's very important because we don't want your servants entering at a sensitive moment and ruining everything. Nor would we want any of the guests to leave. No windows, or if there must be windows, then perhaps make certain they are heavily draped. Once everyone has been made comfortable with refreshments and such, it is critical your servants and security retreat for the night. They must not interfere. Send them home if you must, or to the streets if they have no residence. As for guests, I believe there will be 5 of us, including you. No surprise additions, please. If someone stops by, send them away. This is to be a private seance, and the guests have been especially chosen by Brianna Ashworth. You don't want to displease her, do you? I hope I've made these instructions clear. You were my father's closest friend, and I know the old badger would be happy that you were helping me with this matter. Luca Abelli. Twelfth Nets. After spending a day inspecting the Tunnel 12, I overheard Claire talking about my hands. What sort of gentleman are we working for? She asked. All that black under his nails, disgusting. That's exactly what she said, and the words continue ringing in my ears. I'll talk with Jamie to see if he has any advice. Jamie said many fine gents get their fingers manicured at the barber's. So tomorrow when I get a shave, I'll ask for this service as well. Though this shop is small, Miguel is the best barber in Batista district. I've seen him for years. Since before all this money and hubbub, I asked him for a manicure and he snorted. Knowing it wasn't like me, bringing new to all this, I simply said, give me what everyone else gets. I didn't realize the simple act of having my nails cleaned would involve the application of expensive, strong-smelling liqueurs. It does not suit me, so I must take steps to get this off my hands before tomorrow's mine inspection. That's another word. Liqueurs? Liqueurs. Let's get that definition. Lacquer. Application of expensive, strong-smelling lacquers. A lacquer is a liquid made of shellac dissolved in alcohol or synthetic substances that dries to form hard protective coating. The soap of the lacquer tree used to varnish wood and other. Coat with lacquer. Choose from brushed or lacquered copper. A liquid made of shellac dissolved in alcohol. Or of synthetic substances. That dries from hard protective wood. Hard protective coating or wood. The lacquer was quite hard. Thankfully, I found it softened somewhat with turpentine, leaving it susceptible to a good scrubbing with gritted paper. So now my hands look more abused than ever.
That's it. Flee.
Whatever you need, I can't help you.
Where do we get Master Key?
How come she's still alive?
Don't even like to hear. They're called lower. I don't want to die. Someone there? Oh no no! What's going on? What was that? What's going on? What's up, boy? Hey, huh? Who is it? Think you're scaring me?
A body? Here?
Stilton wasn't born to all this. Allegedly, he started as a miner.
Much has been written on Theodonis Abel and his sons, but in her own quiet way, the Duchess Callis Abel made contributions to Serkonos that will never be forgotten. A collector of artwork, she commissioned the painting. Radness Abel's Incongruence with Time from Anton Sokolov. It was a tribute to her late son, Radonus, who died in the hands of a deranged street scoundrel while studying abroad. The Duchess Abel was also an architect and brushed herself with projects as varied as in the building of the orphans of Seafarers Academy and the installation of the marble flooring in the original ducal palace. The marble was a gift to the Abel family from the late Empress Jessamine Baldwin, who had the stone quarried from the cliffs of Redmore. However, the ducal residence was razed to make room for a new palace constructed under the direction of Luca Abel. Substantially, all of the artworks and treasures from the old residence were lost or destroyed. Callis was a private person and rarely made public appearances. She died in her 57th year after a tragic fall from a balcony.
Who opened this door?
Miss Stilton actually play the harp or the piano?
Who's there?
No, no, no.
No mercy!
What? The
shit! Who is...
Oh, come on.
Come on, let's finish.
I wonder who that was.
Where are you hiding around? No way! Hey, come fight face to face! Hey, who is...
Ooh.
Take this!
Oh, that's nasty. Oh, that's nasty.
Huh? What's going on here? Stop!
Where are we going to find this master key?
Oh, no! What's going on here?
We got something right there. However, I'm surprised you had the guts to admit you were scared of me. Good. Maybe you should be. Getting pretty good with the blade. Anyways, I'm a howler now, and I ain't going back to my life like it was before. If you don't want to join up too because you're too scared or too weak, then to the void with you. I already got 4 new boyfriends and a couple of girlfriends too, if I want them. I'm done crying about it, so I guess this is goodbye forever, unless you change your mind and join up. What?
What?
I know what hurts more. My feet.
Guards! Someone! Help! Help me! What's going on here? Anyone?
Kathy, there will be 5 of us. Don't get the usual things though. You have to get the imported cheese. Someone mentioned Kenny Cavern cheese, a wine from Crystal, the best, the very, very best you can find. Follow one of the cooks from a noble's house if you have to. It is the Duke himself we will be hosting. I want to serve those tiny barnacles wrapped in pork belly. I had them in a gallery last month and I couldn't get enough. Get sardines and those little twice cooked cakes from the bakery and some sweets. No matter the money, if you're not sure, come see me. Kitchen key. Still even blocked. Don't you do it.
Been found guilty. This head of yours is worth it.
Oops, maybe we shouldn't have did that. Oh no. Wasted two. Fernando, do not move the statue by yourself. It is heavy and unstable. We'll wait for Jamie to come back. Do it together. I know you mean good by putting it in the hall, but Mr. Stilton is not the type who enjoys contemplating his own fate over dinner. Also, this was a gift from the Duke's father, the late Duke Theodonis. Sad memories for Mr. Stilton. Anyway, the statue's back in the vault, but he wants it facing the wall, which is going to require some sweat. The good news is that we agreed to remove that creepy painting he bought at the flea market from the dining hall, so I put it in there as well.
Might be able to get around that, going back into the past.
Oh. Oh, so we broke it in the past, broke it in the future. find the combination to the study room. Something we have to burn in there? Oh, what have I done? Let me explain before you take action. You know about my ongoing silver graph project. Well, I came across a dead hound and I thought how perfect for my art. So I brought it home. Then I noticed some suspicious swelling across the rib cage. As you can imagine, I panicked. What if it's blood fly larvae? What does one do in such situations? I have no idea. So I set the carcass here for you. If it is blood flies, then I would love for you to dispose of it quickly. Burn it, I suppose. Forgive me for dumping this in your hands. Oh, now it's open.
The air feels almost electrified here.
You should waste the blood. Hey, who is...
Oh, come on, really?
No mercy! What you got, anybody?
Oh, come on, really?
Where do you think you're going? I don't have time for that. This won't take long. Oh, damn it! Did you hear that? What's going on here?
today? Just staring at nothing?
I don't think the Duke and Stilton are on good terms.
Today feels different. Stilton seems spooked.
Watch yourself up there. Nobody's repaired the balcony yet. If those supports break, I might not be able to catch your heavy ass.
I'm counting on you, ma'am. It might be romantic.
All right.
Huh?
Whatever happens seems to be centered at some focal point.
Anyone here? Show yourself! Huh? Hey, you!
So, I'll just draw it.
To Mr. Arminius Stilton. Good sir, we write with some excitement regarding the planned extension to your home. We are ready to unveil our plans for your new functional and appealing office space. Might you have time to view our drawings in coming weeks? We are completely at your disposal and are ready to begin construction upon the very instant of your approval. Respectively yours, K. Kierkegaard and A. Moranola.
What was it? Can't escape! Oh, damn it! You're surrounded! What's going on here? No mercy!
Looked like, I don't know, but I saw something. I swear I saw someone.
I'll be damned! Hey, where do you think you're going?
Elmira, please come home, Elmira. She left one day to work in the clay, never did come back this way. They say she found a silver vein, longer than the emperor's reign, running deep the miner's way, looking for the light of day. Elmira, please come home, Elmira. She's down there still, and always will. But be my sweet Elmira. Elmira, please come home. Elmira, she's caught down in the deepest deeps, never eats and never sleeps. They say sometimes she calls my name, or that by now she's gone insane, turning left and all about, searching for the right way out. Elmira, please come home. Elmira, she's down there still and always will. Be my sweet Elmira still.
The Grand Guard was protecting Stilton back then.
Then I can go home, put my feet up.
Who's there?
You see nothing.
Hey, who is... One day, young Luca will go too far. May I live to see that day. You'll forgive me. When tonight is over, the Duke will have to trust me.
I'll check
I
around
know
here.
the secrets too well.
Hey, who is... What? You...
You're dead!
Hurt my arm!
I should never have agreed to host this event. What was I thinking?
That notebook contains Stilton's combination.
Duke Luca coming tonight. There would be so many strangers in my house. I shouldn't have agreed to host this cursed seance. Something's going to happen. I can feel it. Maybe I won't attend. Feign sickness or lock myself up in the bathroom. Anyway, I need to change the combination to the study door. As I was asked, let's focus on something else. Old memories. The coins in my pocket when I left Morley and came down to Karnaca. 1 coin for each week until I take another boat and join you. My mother said, but then she never left. My birth month. I'm probably the only person who knows the date since the Adonis passed away. Number painted on my lunch bucket when I worked the mines. I was just a kid, but it feels like yesterday. 270.
Worried over nothing. Sometimes I'd rather be down.
Who is this?
On the move. Show your...
$270.
The past is seeping into the present. Or vice versa. Things seem to be the worst here. The two times are overlapping now, somehow.
Welcome again to my house. Let's get this over with.
What we're about to attempt has never been done. It's beyond my understanding, and certainly beyond yours. If anyone has any doubts, set them aside now.
This defies rational understanding. It's the frayed edge when natural philosophy crosses over into something else.
Yes, I can feel it. We risk madness.
The more I hear, the more I think this is ill-advised. Who wants to speak with the dead? If this Delilah really was killed or banished from the world, what if she's lost her mind?
Delilah's stronger than before. The Duke and I have heard her voice, whispering to us. And now it's time. So take your positions. Focus on the void behind the world. You can feel her power, can't you?
By the stars! This is more exciting than any orgy I've ever attended.
Wait! Wait! We can't really...
Idiot!
Here, returned from the cold, from forever.
How curious. It seems to have worked.
My spirit is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must lock it away.
I can still see the insides. One has become a stone, the other reforged and marked by the one whose eyes are black.
Poor Aramis. I feel obliged to take care of him out of loyalty to my father.
Wait. You are hidden, but I know who you are. I know when you are. You've come to watch me return, and someday I'll come for you.
The void beyond the world is strange. I won't ever understand all I've seen.
Focus on the void behind the world. You can feel her power, can't you?
By the stars! This is more exciting than any orgy I've ever attended.
Wait! Wait! Can't really...
Idiot!
Here, returned from the cold, from forever.
How curious. It seems to have worked.
My spirit is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must lock it away.
I can still see the insides. One has become a stone. The other...
Understand. I'm going to call for help if you don't go.
A body? Here?
Someone is asking for trouble over there.
very edges of the void. But this one is special. It's the place where my throat was cut 4,000 years ago. This is where my life ended, and where it began again. It's where they made me.
This part of the void feels older.
Right up until the end, I thought I'd find a way to escape. I fought, but the wounds only cut my skin, so I went limp. And then the knife touched my throat, and I knew I'd waited too long. The blood ran out, and I became a god. Now you know Delilah's secret. At the end of her days, she drifted to the void and should have been lost forever. But her will and cunning are second to none. She found this place, the island in the void where I became what I am. It changed her, and she discovered a way to draw from it, tapping into the power here. Delilah is a part of me now, and I don't like it. You have to give Delilah credit. She tore out a piece of herself and hid it away, inside a thing made of bones. She's made herself immortal. If you want to kill Delilah, you're going to have to find her spirit and give it back to her. Reaching it won't be easy, but what comes after that might be the hardest thing you will ever have to do.
The world contains more mysteries than I imagined. with Sokolov again at the skiff, after a very strange day.
What are you covering your face for?
Supposed to get past this.
Dice tonight. Are you in?
Wouldn't
Easy.
miss that.
Your face is
You
covered.
bet.
Came to see the infamous Jindosh lock, did you? Good luck with that. Impossible.
This door was sealed by order of the Duke. He had that Kiri Jindosh build the special lock.
Come on.
Now to meet up with Sokolov again at the skiff, after a very strange day.
Cover your face for.
their appetites, and nothing will ever satiate them. Every now and then, such leaders need reminding that there are limits.
Oh, I know. Sometimes it comes down to slitting throats. You're back. That was quick.
Are you ready to leave? The dust is wreaking havoc on my throat.
Yes, I paid a visit to Vice Overseer Byrne, and I've been to Stilton's house. We can go. Duke Luca Abel tore down the old palace in Karnaca and built himself a new one. A monument to his ego. Whether he knows it's coming or not, I'm here to make him pay for everything he's done. I'm going to show him what happens to those who turn traitor to the Empire. After tonight, the Duke will either be dead or deposed, depending on how this plays out. Whatever happens to Serkonos in the aftermath is his fault. Not mine. I've got to get inside, take care of the Duke, and find a way to steal Delilah's soul.
Can feel it. This is my last night. Soon, I'll dissolve into great nothing.
You can't. I need you.
I've stayed too long. Find Delilah's spirit. Trap her with this cage of dead flesh. Set me free.
I don't understand.
You will, very soon.
This long for someone to go after the Duke. Another aristocratic boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it.
Healthy respect for the people of Serkonos. Fear of...
Are you ready for this?
I've been inside a dozen castles and 100 mansions, and they're the same everywhere. The Duke's palace can't be anything worse than Lady Brisby's social afternoons.
Killing off Duke Abel is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
The Duke has pissed away any respect I might have had for his position. He's going to pay for his part in Delilah's coup.
I hope I've been of some help to you. It's good to feel useful here near the end of my time.
Should we head toward the palace?
Let's get underway.
At the palace, the Duke has a look-alike body double, meant to confuse assassins. A friend of mine washes the linens and said the double is a smoker, if that helps. Maybe you can talk to him. She says he's a nice guy. What a shitty job, pretending to be a tyrant like Duke Luca Abel.
It's remarkable that people tolerate the Duke.
He's got an army, control of the mines, and he's had your support from the capital. At the Duke's parties, people carve up the country while eating boiled crab.
There were parties like that in Dunwall, full of toadies sucking up to me, stabbing each other in the back.
Poor Empress. I could see those party lights from the roof of the abandoned butcher shop where I slept, in the flooded district.
I know you grew up hard, Megan. I used to wander Dunwall with my face hidden. But when I got tired of it, I could always go back to the tower. Karnaka's given me perspective.
Good. After you've eliminated the Duke, find what he's holding for Delilah and take it. When you're finished, I'll pick you up in the skiff.